What's popular, YouTube? Another day, another demo. We got a special one here because, first of all, these major matches have been fantastic. I've been actually waking up, 4 or 5 a.m. to watch. You can join me on my stream, twitch.tv/launders. I'll be kind of co-streaming, watch party in the stream. I'm not doing it with the full stream showing. It's a watch party style that I do for all the other events that don't allow me to watch party. It's just one where you sync up because I don't want to put it on a 2-minute delay, and that's a requirement. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that kills the vibe. Like, imagine watching a grand final with 2-minute delay. Come on, guys. I'm not going to do that. Some of the Boxer boys all hanging out on Discord, watching the games. It's, chill on the couch vibes, watching the major, and it's super fun. So come through. Here on the channel, I'm going to be doing a demo review on, I think, Nicodo's, as well as a comparative review for Copenhagen Flames on a couple of their CT halves because they 3-0'd in the first stage of the major, which is fantastic. Cadian tweeted out, you guys wrote history with this one. It's a beautiful thing to see a team come up so hard. Our editor, Mouz Stacks, is a huge fan of both Nicodo's and Copenhagen Flames, has been trying to shill me on this team for some time, but I wasn't listening. I didn't watch their games, but now I'm all on board. They look fantastic. Honestly, I haven't seen CT sides from as good as I've seen from Copenhagen Flames that I have from any other team so far at the major, honestly. So yeah, that's the biggest shout I can possibly give. Today's demo is going to be a strat breakdown of Heroic versus Mouz Sports in a force-up after they lost the second pistol round on Nuke, where they pulled off a really cool round. And this video is going to be about one round from a few different perspectives, so it's a little bit different. I don't like doing the strat breakdowns as much because I feel like there's a lot of great people doing strat breakdowns, such as Nard out here. Elmaputty used to do them. Hawka, I'm not sure how active he is as much. Maui Snake needs to start getting to work. There's a lot of people who are doing strat breakdowns. Shout out people who are doing that. Mahone got hired as an analyst after doing strat breakdowns on YouTube. Shout out to him. There's probably a couple more, and I want to give him proper shout outs, but it's not my turf as much. I like to do the individual demo reviews and just kind of do chill commentary and stuff, but I was inspired. Okay, I was inspirited after I watched this round. I couldn't help myself. I was like, this is so beautiful. Let me talk about this. And I want to use this demo as a way to talk about a few different concepts. Scaling, building connections, how to make the most bang for your buck on these force-ups where you only have Tech 9s and just a few grenades to use. I want to talk about breaking timings as well, which is something that Heroic are doing better than everyone else at the moment. So I hope that this comes together well and makes a lot of sense. And if you enjoy it, of course, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Appreciate you. Enjoy the video. If you'd like to support my CSGO content, please support my one and only sponsor, DJ Esports. They allow me to upload way more. Sign up on DJ Esports IO to immediately participate in the World Prediction Series. Join the DJ Esports Discord for more information and an 800 DJT bonus upon contacting DJ Modmail. People who sign up can also get 400 each week for sharing DJ posters on social media. Also, deposit bonus for World Stage 2. Use promo code DJEX50 for a 50% deposit bonus up to 200 USDT. Thanks for listening and enjoy the video. Okay, so what we're watching now is the strat itself, so we can get a full picture of the round. This is a round where Heroic lost a pistol in the second half. It was a best of one to set the scene here versus Mouz Sports, and they had about $2K per player. So they go ahead and invest. They get the one Mac 10. The rest are Tech 9s and a lot of smokes and flash, and I think that's the most important part of all of this. And we'll take a closer look after the round is over to draw a more detailed picture. But first, we can see in the corner of our eye that they're rushing ramp. And Romp's in this position is just holding. He gets his kill, but they're playing a passive setup. They're saying, just in case it is ramp, Romps don't die, get your frag and leave. And that's exactly what he needs to do. And now Dexter makes his natural rotation. He's fast downstairs and opens up decon door, but Heroic did not slow down on the ramp and saw that Rops was there in the setup. So instead, rush down, get the bomb down as soon as possible, which is key on eco rounds, and now are in a position where they see that Mouz Sports are taking their time for the retake. And this is what you should do on the CT side. You've got your kill, they only have pistols, and we have most of the map control. So what do Heroic do? Well, they actually squeeze for the map control and try to figure out what the rotations are going to be like for Mouz Sports. And now they've left 2 in the control room. Tessus comes around in through the back of decon, and everybody frags to the point that BMAS has to be here versus 3 and needs to kill 4 players and can't even defuse the bomb. So he ends up dying because the bomb came down in such a timely manner. All right, so now why don't we look at this from Tessis's perspective, who was the one to get the couple of kills down in the B site after the strat went down. And you can see that he's one of the last to join up, and he's here told to focus on his crosshair. And again, they've got a significant number of smokes here, 4 smokes left, lots of options. And the idea here is try to break a timing. They're trying to get everybody down into control room, and after this, they smoke the stairs to make sure that Frozen can't come up into the window. They make sure Dexter is smoked out because they can't beat him to decon, and they're very smart about that. And then Tessis actually re-smokes the stairs. And this is the point where Mouz cannot sit behind that smoke for another 15 seconds and still defuse. So it becomes a panicky situation for them. And what do Heroic do? They see this as an opportunity. They read the situation perfectly. They come through with a flash. They see perfect. No one's here because they are making the smart move and trying to get this retake going. But they are watching their flank, and this is where Tasses comes through and hits 2 beautiful shots. And the bomb could have almost gotten stuck there. But there was still an opportunity for another player or even 2 to peek at the same time with Tessis. So it doesn't just come down to him. Okay, so here we're going to look at the entry man on the round in Cadian, and also who I'm going to assume was making the strat and also did some of the mid rounds, and I'll explain why. So of course, it's Groundhog Day. We're watching the same round again. And we copy these flashes. Cadian's making sure to flash close and flash far, and then telling his teammate to just clear all of the right side angles while those flashes make sure a ramp guy would fall back. And again, because he saw Rops in this position, goes ahead and catches the timing on the stairs, and they've denied so much map control. Even though they only have these Tech 9s, it must be respected because the rotations are a little bit too slow. Now he's got the Mac 10 in hand, and you can see door comes open, and he tells his team to get in here. And this is actually, I think from my perspective and the viewers at home, when we're watching this game, we're like, whoa, is this possible? But it's a bit claustrophobic, right? Every T is in this area, and typically you want to spread for as much map control as possible. So Heroic get really tricky with it, and they double up. Cadian and Tessis run through into decon, and Tessis is used as the entry man, as he normally is, and Cadian comes out for a refrag just in case. So we can see that even though Tessis just died after getting 2 frags that were both wonderful, even if he had only got 1, there would have been a chance for Cadian to refrag right on the Nico plant where they had put the bomb down. All right, so what we're going to do now is look at it finally from Stoun's perspective, who was technically the clutch of the round, right? Because even though Tassis and Cadian go and flank through decon, they're there to try to get some kills and also turn CTs around in different directions so that Stoun can sit in control and wait for his opportunity to strike. But you can see here, he's coming in 3rd in with some utility as well. And they're on equal footing in that regard, so there's actually even more utility than they almost need. And his goal is to simply plant for the decon and help get this bomb down and make sure to scale the site. So scaling is, of course, getting across the site, denying CTs from positions. If that bomb had gone down and they were all in control, and Dexter swung out the doors because he was feeling frisky with it, then he would have swung out and been able to stop that plant, and the control guys would have been useless. So everybody was in a buddy system creating great connections here, and that's what Stoun's goal was, and that's what his goal will continue to be, as we see right here with Tati and Tessis. They were the only 2 to wrap on that last round, and you can see Stoun comes out through the smoke only to clear vent and make sure that if there were CTs there, that he was going to cover that position. And then he actually falls back, and Refresh does a great thing by jumping out of the window and making sure to check on the bomb and also combine with Cadian and Tessis to guarantee the bomb isn't getting defused. As much pressure as possible from a number of positions. So, it's my first time making a video like that, so I hope it makes sense with the strat breakdown. A couple of key perspectives, a really cool idea, and an instructive way to discuss what it means to take map control and how to scale and why they made a push through their own smoke and why there was such a sense of urgency when they got down the ramp to interrupt these CT rotations. This is what Heroic are actually super sick at right now, both on CT side and T side. And I think that them doing this on an eco really illustrates exactly how good they are, because it didn't actually matter what guns they had, right? And honestly, for Mouz, it almost didn't matter what guns they had. They had a full buy. There's some element of, oh, Tessis hit a couple of nice shots, but they reinforced every position. And honestly, I feel like they could have won that round anytime simply because their movements were so good, right? The way that they created timings, built connections, wrapped the perimeter, scaled the site, covered everybody. I don't even think there was much counterplay. And that's why I want to highlight it, because it didn't seem like there was much luck involved. So I hope you enjoyed that strat breakdown. It's kind of just a 1 round thing from the major. going to have a lot more stuff to do. Want to do a Nikodos demo review. Want to do a comparative review of Copenhagen Flames on Nuke versus Copenhagen Flames on Nuke versus Heroic, and then versus Big, because I thought that was interesting. And then just some more regular demo reviews. That's it for today. 6 strat from Heroic. They actually lost to Copenhagen Flames in the 3-0 game today, which was a beautiful match to watch, and I'll be covering that as well. And yeah, for now, be safe. Be safe as usual.